Hello and welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. Today is April the 10th and it's been a busy couple of weeks on the farm. The field to our right here, that has all been ploughed now. That was previously a grass field. So that is ready for planting now. On our left, we have got field 6. That is now fully planted with oats. So that's all good and moving forward nicely. And yeah, I've just come back from today's milk run. The cows are still producing a really nice amount of milk. Yeah, we're being kept very, very busy with that. And in fact, most of what we're doing today, in fact, probably all of what we're going to do in today's vlog is going to be covering the cows and the sheep. The cows and sheep both need feeding, and we need to do some work with the sheep. With the straw for bedding for the cows as well. And yeah, we need to go and turn the taps on as well. Get water running for both of them to get a drink, because we need to get that topped up as well. So we'll stop our truck here. Leave this here ready for our next load. I'm gonna open up this one. Don't need to open this side. Let's get this one open. Oh, this is sticking today. There we go. Yeah, yeah. You can see we've not got enough straw in the stalls, so we need to get that sorted as well. And our cows have been some very messy eaters too. Oh, it's all go here on the farm at the moment. But we're getting through it. We're getting through spring rather nicely. We're nicely getting set up. We're going to be doing everything with our new Holland here today. We had a recent delivery of new bales as well. We've got, so going from left to right at the end here, we've got hay, straw, clover silage and grass silage bales have been delivered. I'm looking forward to us being able to produce all of our own lots of these. It's of course, as we've just taken over the farm, it is costing us a fair amount to keep these going, but it is worth it. Of course, we're making more in the milk from the cows than it's costing us in bales. So you know, that's a good thing. It's cheaper for us to produce this stuff ourselves. I meant actually, before I got the hay in here, I meant to go and clean that mess up. So we'll just drop the front of this off and go and get the bucket over here. There we go. That's good. And round. And just sidle up. There we are. Get our bucket. And now clear this mess up. It's quite good. Up at this main farm here, we've set it up so that we're very self-sufficient with just this telehandler. This new Holland Telehandler it should meet everything we need up at this farm to do with the cows and getting them fed. Let's get this over into the feed line, and that way they can actually eat it. There we go. So this is just cleaning up. It all sort of basically just comes out as silage when they kick it out from the feed area there. But yeah, they're coming along nicely, the cows, and oh yeah. So what I was saying was that this New Holland meets everything we have here, and that's part of the reason why we got that Robert, or Robert because it's French, piece of kit for the straw. It is for shredding the straw, because it means that we can just have this up here all the time, dealing with the cows. We can leave all our other equipment down at the sheep farm in our sheds down there, because we've got more sheds that are able to handle stuff down there. I'm still trying to work out exactly how we're going to store crop later in the year. because obviously we've got several crops. We've not got any kind of grain store here. I think we're going to have to use this shed here as as somewhere for us to unload crops, certainly this year. I'm looking at how I can maybe reorganize this farm a little bit and build a grain store. There we go. That's the clover silage in. I think what we might end up having to do is build something into the shed here. I think I said this last vlog. We did something very similar on Ballincraig after 3 years when we started going, oh, we need to store stuff a lot better than we had been. And yeah, so and there we converted an old cow shed into not only a shed to store our equipment, a really good vehicle shed, but also as a great shed to we sort of cordoned off a whole side of it and turned it into a grain store. And to be perfectly honest, you could do something similar along here. In here we could put some stuff and maybe even put a grain store in here. Oh, we've still got the T7 still up here because we're doing a lot of seeding up here, and it's easier to leave that around here at the moment. But yeah, we could certainly build something in and then try and get a grain store built into this shed here. It's either that or demolishing that back half of that shed, but I think that's a little bit extreme. So yeah, we'll see where we go. Let's get the silage bales in. So this is grass silage. We do grass silage here because grass silage can go to both the sheep and the cows. Whereas maize silage would be a cow-only feed, and also the equipment for doing grass silage is an awful lot cheaper than the equipment for doing maize silage. So yeah, we don't do maize around here. We do the grassman thing of doing grass silage, as the name grassman suggests. I don't know if anybody else watches that stuff. I catch that stuff on YouTube from time to time. Let's drop this down. So what we're doing here is I'm getting a couple of straw bales out because we're looking to load them up into our shredder, and it's easier if we line them up like this first. I hope we've given ourselves enough space to get back into the sheds to get the rubber out. If not, I'll have to move them back a bit, but no, we're good. There's enough space to squeeze a telehandler through there. Right, and we'll just drop our bale spike off here. And that. And link this up. Right, and connect it. There we go. All good. Right, and then we just... Oh, no, I can't get out that way. What we're going to do is probably come at it from the other way. Yeah. I could have given myself a lot more space for this, to be honest. But we're alright. We can get at it. So what we do is we... this has a whole load of pickup on it, but you have to drive onto it first. So I'm going to line myself up, drive onto it, and pick up the bale, like so. Just manoeuvre slowly, and just push it forward carefully, and scoop up, and that should, yeah, there we go. Scoop the bale into there, and just push it on a little bit. So that is pretty good. And what this will do is it's got runs along here that will then pull it along and push it into that, and of course shred it and out the other side. I just want to take the straps off. There we go, and that should do us. So let's jump back in and get this shredded. So this, we go into the far end here. because we need to get round and get it shredded from this side, and our spout that points to the left, so we can't actually turn that, I don't think. Or I've not found a way to do it at the moment, unless there's a hydraulic I haven't connected up. But seeing as everything works for the most part, otherwise it's all good, I think. But yeah, this will blow into here and keep our cows nice and happy, and give them a good bit of bedding and produce manure for us, which is great, because we can then spread that on the fields. So we're gonna bring this back a bit. There we go. So that's one bale done. We'll pop back out and grab the second one. So that is over here. There we go. That's got that one. And we'll go blow this through as well. I might give this a quick clean. I think the telehandler, we haven't given it a wash down for a little while. And it's all good. And then we're going to head down and sort out our sheep. We're going to need both the bale spike and the bucket down now. I'm going to take the bucket down first, sort out the carrots for the sheep first, and because I want to show you guys how we do the carrots and how we tip the carrots back into the. Lots of farmers I know sort of just for some reason don't put their carrots back into their boxes, or into the box. So I want to show you guys that, and just how we keep things tidier down by our other farm. There we go. Drop that off the front. And go and get our bucket. And get that hooked up. Here we go. I'll put my beacon on now because I'll forget it otherwise. Whoa! Caught the bottom of the door. That could have been really bad. We need to go and check the bottom of the door. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. You'll be very careful, because I can pull the entire door off the run if I do that. That's the only problem with parking that there. Is that yeah, sometimes the lip of the bucket gets caught on there, and you've got to be really careful, because if you don't pull it down quickly like that, you can pull that door off, and that would not be good. I'm tempted to put the bucket the other side of the yard, actually, to prevent that from happening in future. Right, so down here, I am considering getting maybe a smaller bucket down here for the sheep, for feeding the carrots. It would make more sense, I think. This bucket is huge, and the reason we have it actually is for when we do silage later in the year. So yeah, I'm actually trying to keep my eye out at the moment for something for us to do our silage with, because I want to use a forage wagon, because you can see we've got a good setup here at the moment. Nice big new Holland Heston baler, good Broham. Yeah, we've got the full Cavernland set up here. This is all new stuff. I think most of this they bought last year before we bought the farm. And look at this. Our sheep are producing a very nice amount of wool. We need to fill up their water. Their water trough is a little bit low at the moment, so we'll get that done first. I actually need to go and do the same thing up with the cows. I've forgotten to fill their water up. So when we pop back up there to get the bale spike, we'll do that. Right, bring this round. And we'll get some carrots into that. Can't get out the door. Let's get get some carrots into the bucket. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a very, very big. Oh, I meant to hold on to the box. Never mind. I should think they'll take most of these carrots, if not all of them. So this is the thing, we're not self-sufficient, and a lot of what we're going to be doing first year here is getting self-sufficient on this farm. Making sure that everything that we need, we don't have to buy in anymore. Because when we're buying stuff in, it's costing us all time. If we're able to get this stuff in, there we go. Carrots into there. That should be enough. Yeah, got a few bits left. Well, I am gonna. So the exact thing I was talking about earlier, I am gonna have to do. I am gonna have to tip a few of these on the floor in the shed because yeah, failed to keep the box. But that's all right. Or maybe. Oh, I'm wondering actually. I will leave them in here. I'm gonna have a little bit of an experiment. See if I can. Use one of the big bags up at the main farm to do it. If not, I think what we'll do is we'll get ourselves a little bucket and do it that way. So we'll leave them in here for now, and I'll deal with this later. It would be good to be able to use one of the big bags for it. Right, and head back up this way. And we, yeah, so we'll go and give the cows some water while we're back up here. But what we'll also do here, and yeah, so what we're doing to come back up here is grab the bale spike, because we need to feed some bales to our sheep as well. And we had more bales down there left over than we did for the cows. We kind of misjudged the amount we needed for the cows last time. Right, and I am going to put the bucket over here, out the way, and we're not going to catch that door if I do this. And what I'll have to do, as I said, is I'll have to sort out later the few carrots that we've got sitting in there. See if I can load them somewhere else. For now, let's grab the bale spike. Perfect. And before I head back down to the sheep farm, what we want to do is just pop over here and turn the valve. Close that. Turn the valve and get that going as well. Perfect. Good, that is filling. Jog back over here. And yeah. So it's a fairly busy time on the farm at the moment. We've got the shearing going on. We've got some calving and some lambing going on. All over, it's pretty busy. We're close to. I don't know how our clover's doing. Clover, I think, is going to be, yeah, that's still growing. So clover is going to be sort of mid-summerish, I think. But we need to make clover silage out of that. So it's going to be a fairly quick turnaround in the summer to do that. If we can. And it's sort of the grass, a majority of our grass work seems to happen around summer. Because we want to get it all out of the way before harvest hits. And yeah, and it gets really busy from that point of view. So, right, let's grab one of these bales. There we go. And if they don't have all of this, what we'll do is we'll just leave it down there so that I can very easily do it later. We're not expecting any rain for a while. Forecast is pretty good. There we go. And drop it down. Oh, they have taken all of that. That's good news. Yeah, you two are looking at me as if to say, I'm going to jump out of that field. No, you're not. You're going to stay in there. Yeah, so I need to get those, I need to get that wool moved. I think get that stored. We'll take that up to the main farm. That other shed, that shed really is kind of our main storage for everything. So anything we have to sell really goes into that shed. So it's putting the grain store in there just makes sense. There we go. Out the way. Give them both of these hay bales. Keep everybody happy. There we go. Right. Good. And we'll leave that one there. That way it'll be easier for me to just keep feeding them with that. Right, and we'll get this back up to the main farm because I would say that's pretty good. That covers pretty much everything that I want to cover in today's vlog. It's gonna be more seeding next time. I need to go and get our remaining 2 fields done, although some of them are later season crops. So, yeah. Tuck that in underneath, and that way we won't have anything. Not great for my field of view. There we go, that's better. Bring this back up here. And park it up. And I'm happy. That has been a good thing. Slightly shorter than normal vlog, I think. But yeah, I wanted to sort of cover the whole process that we're doing with the animals, and sort of where we're going. We're going to have a lot of fertilizing to do soon as crops start going. I think the oats have germinated already, which is good news. The wheat that we did last vlog, that has not. So yeah, we're still waiting for that. Good field here. Actually, somewhere that would be a really good place if we did do a grain store in that barn. This area here, absolutely great place for us to put the tipper, put the pit. So I'm going to see if we can install a pit here for the storage in this. But you can see why I think this would be a really, really great barn for us to do. We use it as storage already. All of our bales come in here. All of our, at the moment, this is fertilizer. We've got more seed on the way. You know, this is a good space down this end. You could just, I mean, you could just create. You could put a few silos in here. And do that. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at that and see best way for us to go forwards with that. Let's turn the beacon off here. On this, there we go. Close that up. So yeah, that is where I'm going to leave today's vlog, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.